Okay na daw? Okay na? Oh, steady na. Okay na na. Good morning, everyone. For today, we will have our pre-bid conference this July 2022-2026. To start with, let us all stand for our prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering us all today in this important endeavor. We ask that you bestow your guidance and blessing upon each attendee. May we honor one another with keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. Bless everyone present today, that each will be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left outside this room, and bestow peace and goodwill to all of us. We ask for your wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. May the various activities related to this day be a success through your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in your name. Amen.
Good morning, everyone. And for the roll call of our attendance, please say present if your name is called. Connie L. Caballo, Chairperson. Yours truly, Leonard A. Panugalinog, Vice Chairman, Unofficial Business. Irvin is Ilihino, Regular Member. John Ringes Peralta, Provisional Member. Nikki O. Rilampagos, Provisional Member. And for the back secretariat, Chanda M. Isaw, Head.
Present.
Maria Legaya, a Senior Member. Wala pa. Teresa May Isturba, Member. Jenna May C. Navarro, Member. Unofficial Business, Sir for the back TWG, Sir B. Bindulo Jr. Head. Rachelda D. Sinyagan, Member. Wala. Ana Catherine Arco, Member. Wala po. Shannon C. Marabeles, Member. Shannon, wala. Teddy Biap, Member. Gerald John Lim, Member. Jimwell Marclada, Member. Unofficial Business, Christy Tavera, Member. Wala. And Edward S. Butcon, Member. Alfonso Sed Tinapay, Member. And for our conference agenda, Agenda 1, brief presentation explanation by the BAC, basic contract data, requirements in bidding documents, and documents to be submitted by the bidder. Number 2, questions, comments from bidder and replies of the BAC. Number 3, instruction to bidders. Number 4, other matters. For the basic contract data, for the first contract ID number 25HE0137 rebid, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Public Water Supply System, Construction of Solar Water System, Barangay Poblacion, Boljoon, Cebu. Location, Boljoon, Cebu, with an ABC of 12,870,000. Contract duration, 162 calendar days. Source of fund, FY 2025 RA 12116, extended regular. 2025 continuing. Pickup license category C and D for small B. Mode of procurement competitive bidding with a bidding document cost of 25,000. For the major category of work, WSL2, water supply level 2, construction pipe water with communal or solar powered water system. Similar category of work, WSL2 entry water supply level 2 and 3, construction pipe water with communal private water point. WSL3, water supply level 3. FCP, flood control construction pumping station. For the minimum work experience requirement for key personnel is project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, foreman, general experience 5, relevant experience 3. General requirement for all key personnel. The key personnel should meet the following number of years with work experience. The experience means total year of civil work experience, includes the tax identification number of all the key personnel in their biodata. Requirements for project engineer. Pursuant to the provision of Department Order Number 227, Series of 2024, dated November 28, 2024, due to the unavailability of DPWH accredited project engineers who are currently assigned by the contractors and consultants to ongoing projects, the implementation of DEO 148 Series of 2024 is hereby suspended under further notice. This directive to suspend the applications of DEO 148 Series 2024 shall not apply to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Attach a photocopy of current and valid PRC license. Include the contact number of the PE. Requirement for accredited ME compliant to DEO 98 Series of 2016 revised guidance and accreditation of contractors, consultants, ME. Attach a photocopy of current and valid TRC license and accreditation certificate. Include the contact number of the ME. Requirement for first aider. First aider with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance to DOLI requirements for the approval of construction safety and health required upon issuance of NOAA, subject to DO 241 Series of 2024 guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and health program for DPWH infrastructure projects. Requirement for safety officer. Accredited safety officer subject to DO 241 Series of 2024 guidance in the processing, approval, and reporting system of CSHP for DPWH infrastructure projects. And for the minimum major equipment requirement, equipment is cargo truck, service truck, all models, 1 unit, dump truck, 2 units, payloader, 1 unit, bulldozer, 1 unit, backhoe, 1 unit, truck mounted crane, 1 unit, prime mover with low big trailer, 2 units. Please refer to the shared screen for their capacity. And for the bid security shall be in the form of bid securing declaration or any of the following. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC is in cash, in cashier's check, in manager's check. And for the amount of not less than 5% of ABC, if bid security is in bank draft, in guarantee, irrevocable letter of credit in if surety bond. And for the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. And for the second project with contract ID number 25HE138, Conversion Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Public Water Supply System, Construction Solar Water, Barangay Granada, Boljoon, Cebu. Location Boljoon, Cebu with an ABC of 12,870,000. Contract duration 177 calendar days. Source of fund FY 2025 RA 12116 extended regular 2025 continuing. Pickup license category of C and D for small b. Mode of procurement competitive bidding with a bidding document of 25,000. Don't sabi.
For major category of works, WSL2, water supply level to construction pipe water with communal solar powered water system. For similar category of works, please refer to the shared screen. The minimum work experience requirement for key personnel are the following: project engineer, project manager, materials engineer, foreman with 5 general experience and 3 relevant experience. General requirement for all K personnel. The K personnel should meet the following number of years work experience. The experience means total years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy services. Include the tax identification number of all the key personnel in their biodata. Requirements for project engineer pursuant to the provision of DEO number 227 series of 2024 dated November 28, 2024 due to the unavailability of DPWH accredited project engineers who are currently assigned by contractors and consultants to ongoing projects. The Implementation Department Order number 148 series of 2024 is hereby suspended until further notice. This directive to suspend application of DO number 148 series of 2024 shall not apply to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Attach a copy of current and valid PRC license. Requirements for accredited materials engineer compliant to DO 90 series of 2016 revised guidelines on accreditation and contractors consultants materials engineer. Attach a photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Include also the contact numbers of the materials engineer. Requirement for first aider with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance to DOLE requirements for the approval of construction safety and health program required upon issuance of notice of award subject to DO 241 series of 2024 guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and health program for DPWH infra projects. Requirements for safety officer, accredited safety officer, is required upon issuance of notice of award subject to the 241 series of 2024 guidelines on the processing, approval of and reporting system of construction safety and health program for DPWH infra projects. Minimum major equipment requirements are the following: 1 unit cargo truck, all models, 2 units dump truck, 1 unit payloader, 1 unit bulldozer, 1 unit backhoe, 1 unit truck mounted crane, and 2 units prime mover with low bed trailer. The bid security shall be informed of bid security declaration or any of the following: the amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, if bid security is in cashier's check, if bid security is in manager's check. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in bank draft, if bid security is in guarantee, if irrevocable letter of credit, or and if security bond. For the bill of quantities as summarized, please refer to the shared screen. For next contract ID number 26 HE0079, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Building Facilities to Support Services, Construction, Completion of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Cambigong, Samboan, Cebu, with an ABC of 1,980,000. Contract duration is 86 calendar days. Source of fund FY 2026 RA 12314 regular 2026 current. Pickup license category of C and D for small b. Mode of procurement is competitive bidding with bidding document cost of 5,000. For the major category of works, BIC building completion. For similar category of works, please refer to the search screen. The minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following: project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, foreman with 5 general experience and 3 relevant experience. Requirements for all key personnel. The key personnel should meet the following number of years work experience. Experience means total years of civil work experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy services. Include the tax identification number of all the key personnel and their biodata. Requirements for accredited project engineer. In compliance to the 148 series of 2024 guidelines on accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineer. Pursuant to the provision of Department Order number 227 series of 2024 dated November 28, 2024 due to the unavailability of DPWH accredited project engineers who are currently assigned by contractors and consultants to ongoing projects. The implementation Department Order number 148 series of 2024 is hereby suspended until further notice. This directive to suspend the application of DEO number 148 series of 2024 shall not apply to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Attach a photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Include also the contact number of the project engineer. Requirements for accredited materials engineer compliant to DEO number 98 series of 2016, the revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer. Attach a photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Include also the contact number of the materials engineer. Requirement for first aider with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance to the requirements for the approval and construction of safety annual program required upon issuance of notice of award subject to the 241 series of 2024 guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety annual program for DPWH infra projects. Requirement for safety officer, accredited safety officer required upon issuance of notice award subject to the 241 series of 2024 guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety annual program for DPWH infra projects. Minimum major equipment requirements are the following: 1 unit truck mounted crane, 2 units dump truck, 1 unit pump crate, 1 unit backhoe, 1 unit plate compactor. The bid security shall be informed of bid securing declaration of any of the following: the amount of not less than 2% if bid security is in cash, if bid security is in cashier's check, if bid security is in manager's check. The amount of not less than 5% if bid security is in bank draft, if bid security is in guarantee, if a revocable letter of credit, and if surety bond. For the bill of quantities as summarized, please refer to the shared screen. So for the next contract ID number 26, it's E0092. Organizational outcome, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, rehabilitation, reconstruction of roads with slip, slope, collapse, and landslide, tertiary roads, Dalaguete, Mantalongon, Badian Road, kilometer 101 plus 400 to kilometer 101 plus 880. With an EBC of 109,777,435. Contract duration of 471 calendar days. Source of fund is FY 2026 RA 12314, regular 2026 current. Pickup license category of B for medium A. Mode of procurement is competitive bidding with bidding document cost of 50,000 pesos. For the major category of works, RCSPS road construction, slope protection using structural measures, revetment, retaining walls, structures, rock netting, concrete crib, shotcrete, MSC walls, gabions, riprap, masonry. For similar category of works, please refer to shared screen. The minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following: project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, foreman with 5 general experience and 3 relevant experience. General requirements for all key personnel. The key personnel should meet the following number of years work experience. The experience means total of years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy services. Include the tax identification number of the key personnel in their biodata. Requirements for project engineer pursuant to DEO number 227 series of 2024 dated November 28, 2024, due to the unavailability of DPWH accredited project engineers who are currently assigned by contractors and consultants to ongoing projects. The implementation of DEO number 148 series of 2024 is hereby suspended until further notice. This directive to suspend the application of DEO number 148 series of 2024 shall not apply in the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Attach a photocopy of current and valid PRC license and contact number of the project engineer. Requirements for accredited materials engineer compliant to DEO number 98 series of 2016 revised guidelines on the accreditation contractors, consultants, materials engineer, attach a photocopy of current PRC license, accreditation certificate, and the contact number of the materials engineer. Requirements for first aider with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance to DOLE requirements for the approval of construction safety and program required upon issuance of notice of award, subject to the DEO 241 series of 2024 guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system for construction safety and program for DPWH infra projects. Requirements for safety officer. Accredited safety officer required upon issuance of notice of award, subject to the DEO 241 series of 2024 guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and program for DPWH infra projects. Minimum major equipment requirements are the following: 1 unit bulldozer, 1 unit payloader, 1 unit motorized road grader, 1 unit vibratory roller, 1 unit straight boom lift telescopic, 1 unit backhoe, 1 unit backhoe with breaker, and 3 units dump truck, all models. 1 unit cargo service truck, all models. 1 unit boom truck, 1 unit cargo service truck, all models. 1 unit water truck pump, all makes. 1 unit air compressor, all models. 1 unit 4x2 automatic transit 2.4 diesel engine. 1 unit backhoe with vibro hammer and pipe attachment. 1 unit core drilling machine. The bid security shall inform bid security declaration and the following: the amount of not less than 2% if bid security is in cash, if is in cashier's check, if bid security is in manager's check, if bid security is in bank draft. 5%, the amount of not less than 5% if security is in guarantee, if irrevocable letter of credit, and if surety bond. For the bill of quantity summarized, please refer to the share screen.
For the last project for this pre-bid conference, 26HE0093, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, CPAG, Major Strategic Public Buildings, Facilities, Construction of Multipurpose Building, DPWH Cebu 2nd District Engineering Office, DEO, Dalaguete, Cebu. Location, Dalaguete, Cebu, ABC of 29,400,000 pesos, contract duration 308 calendar days, source of fund FY 2026 RA 12314 regular 2026 current SR 2026-05-013721 dated May 18, 2026. Pickup license category of C and D for small B, mode of procurement, competitive bidding, bidding document cost 25,000 pesos. For the major category of work, BICWO PLC, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame 1 to 5 stories. Similar category of works, please refer to the shared screen. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following: the project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, and foreman, 5 years of general experience and 3 years of relevant experience. General requirements for all key personnel include the tax identification number of all the key personnel and their biodata. For the accredited requirements for the accredited project engineer, attach a photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Include the contact number of the PE. For the requirements for the accredited materials engineer, attach a photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Include the contact number of the ME. For the first aider must with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance to DOLE requirements for the approval of the construction safety and health program. And for the safety officer, accredited safety officer, subject to DEO 241 series of 2024. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following: backhoe 1 unit, pump crate 1 unit, and dump truck 2 units. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following: the amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's check, or manager's check, and the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in bank draft, guarantee, irrevocable letter of credit, or surety bond. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. Documents to be submitted by the bidder. For infrastructure projects, technical components: 1. Valid field GIPS, certificate of registration, platinum membership. 2. Pickup license and registration. 3. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. 4. Single largest completed contracts SLCC. 5. Net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. 6. Joint venture agreement GVA if applicable. 7. Bid security in prescribed form, amount, and validity period mandatory. And 8. Project requirements. For the project requirements, this includes 1. The organizational chart for the project. 2. List of key personnel assigned with qualifications and experience. 3. List of major equipment owned, leased, or under purchase agreement. 4. Omnibus sworn statement. 5. Latest General Information Sheet GIS reflecting the BOI beneficial ownership information duly received by SEC for corporations. 6. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership. 7. Accredited project engineer for buildings and bridges. For financial components, 1. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. 2. Original of duly signed bid prices in a bill of quantities. 3. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. 4. Cash flow by quarter. And for the legal documents, 1. DTI business name, registration or SEC registration certificate or CDA for cooperatives. 2. Valid and current mayor's permit or municipal license. 3. Tax clearance per executive order number 398 series of 2005. And 4. Audited financial statements stamped received by BIR. Instruction to bidders. 1. Omnibus sworn statement must be in new format. Proper signing, notarization, and pagination. Use prescribed bidding forms per RA 12009. Bid security in the form of a bid securing declaration must be in prescribed form, amount, and validity period. Submit on the specified date, time, and place. Late bids will not be accepted. Bid submission through respective duly authorized representative only. Non-authorized may submit upon presentation of special power of attorney or SEC. Envelopes must be properly sealed, labeled, and marked. Bids must be in 2 separate sealed envelopes submitted simultaneously. First envelope, technical components including the eligibility requirements. Second envelope, financial components. For further details, please refer to Section 2, Instruction to Bidders in the Philippine Bidding Documents. ISO certification is mandatory for medium A contractors with projects costing 30 million and above. Note: follow this template for sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership. Please refer to the shared screen, the standard format for the affidavit. Note: please visit DPWH website and field GIPS for any supplemental bidding documents. Opening a bid schedule. Date August 4, 2026, 10 a.m. at conference room, 2nd floor, DPWH Cebu, 2nd DEO, Sarmiento Street, Poblacion, Dalaguete, Cebu. Important reminder: any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. Questions, comments from bidders, and replies of the back.
None so far. And for our other matters, please discuss Engineer Villampagas.
For other matters, we have DO 110 series of 2024. As you can see in the shared screen, it is the implementation of ISO 9001:2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. Please take note for the pickup size range, large A, the allowable range of contract cost or ARCC more than 300 million pesos but less than 450 million pesos effectivity January 1, 2025. For medium B, more than 150 million pesos but less than 300 million pesos effectivity July 1, 2025. And for medium A, more than 30 million but less than 150 million pesos effectivity January 1, 2026. Signed by Secretary Manuel M. Bunuan. Next, we have DO 227 series of 2024. With the subject suspension of Department Order number 148 series of 2024. This directive is to suspend the application of DO 148/2024 shall not apply to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Thus, for construction of buildings and bridges, accredited PEs shall be assigned by contractors and or consultants. Signed by Secretary Manuel M. Bonoan. Next is DO 17, series of 2015. Tabunan. With the subject 3-strike policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure works, goods, and consulting services. To further strengthen the integrity of the competitive bidding process, the following instructions are hereby issued pertaining to the implementation of 3-strike policy of the DPWH against violations of Section 69.1.I of the Implementing Rules and Regulations IRR of RA 9184. As you can see on Section 2, the violations enumerated in the said DO 35, which are considered as acts that tend to defeat the purpose of public bidding under the 3-strike policy, are hereby amended to read as follows. Section A, a bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently A, withdrawn from the bidding, or B, submitted a letter of non-participation, or C, did not submit a bid without a valid cause as determined by the Bids and Awards Committee back concerned. Section B, a bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cause as determined by the back concerned. Section C, a bidder submitting insufficient, defective documents such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. Section D, other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of public bidding as determined by the concerned back, provided that these acts had been indicated or discussed in the instructions to bidders, bid bulletins, notices, minutes of pre-bid conference, or other similar instruments. Section 3, each offense by a bidder referred to in Section 69.1.I of the IRR as stated in the said DO 35 consists of 3 violations or strikes within a period of 1 year starting from the date of the first strike for all procurements by all offices of the DPWH. Section 4, every time a bidder is observed to have done any of the 4 acts enumerated in Item 1 of this DO, the chairperson of the back concern shall immediately serve a written notice to the bidder informing him of his act and giving him 5 days to show cause why he should not be sanctioned under this DO for committing an act which tends to defeat the purpose of public bidding under the 3-strike policy of the DPWH. Section 9, based on the verified 3-strike reports received from the backs, the procurement service in coordination with the legal service shall recommend to the DPWH Secretary for approval the following administrative sanctions on the hearing contractor for violation of 3-strike policy. A, for the first violation or strike, a first warning. B, for the second strike, a second warning. C, for the third strike, which together with the first 2 strikes constitutes the first offense against the 3-strike policy, an administrative penalty of suspension for 1 year from participating in any procurement process in any office of the DPWH. D, for the second offense, example, the second set of 3 strikes committed by the bidder, an administrative penalty of suspension for 2 years from participating in any procurement process in any office of the DPWH. Signed by Secretary Rogelio L. Singson. Next, we have the Memo 097.7111925 Directive to require submission of General Information Sheet reflecting beneficial ownership information and sworn affidavit of eligibility. Please see the shared screen for that memo. Signed by Secretary Vivencio B. Dizon.
That's the end of our presentation today. So any questions so far?
None.
None. And that ends our pre-bid conference. This 10:40 in the morning. So any motion? Okay, thank you. So this ends our pre-bid conference. Thank you and good morning.